Hey everybody, welcome back to Troy's Hobbies. This is going to be video 3 of the King of the Skate Park series, where I take out my favorite 10th scale basher trucks and take them to the local skate park, send them as big as I can, and see what we can do with them. This is the final video, and the last truck we're going to be taking out is the Arrma Senton BLX. You saw this truck a few days ago in a previous video. Now we're going to compare it up against the competition here. Again, these aren't every vehicle that's available on the market. This is just the vehicles that I have in my possession at the time. So let's see how it ranks, and we'll give ourselves a final assessment at the end of this video. Alright everybody, this is the final truck in the King of the Skate Park series. It's going to be the Arrma Senton 3S BLX. It's going to be a little bit different than the other two. It's a short course truck versus a more of a stadium truck, but it should do really well out here with the low center of gravity and good handling and everything. So the only thing I could see being a drawback is the body parachuting like it did before in the previous videos. So let's see what we can do with it. All right, everybody, that's going to be it for the Arrma Senton BLX 3S. This truck did really well again today. Super big sends. This thing's probably the king of hang time. The body definitely parachutes a little bit, so you have to be mindful of that if you're driving it. It can tend to send the truck kind of odd in the air if you're not jumping kind of low to the ground. It's definitely excellent for just like skate park drifting and just goofing around and just sliding around stuff and having fun that way. It did excellent. I did sustain just a little bit of damage on one of the last jumps there. I must have jarred the servo and I lost steering, so we'll have to get that fixed. I'll have to break into the truck and see what's going on. It's probably nothing serious. I'll probably just have to replace the stock servo. It's been in the truck for almost 2 years now, so it's been through quite a bit. I haven't even rebuilt the diffs or anything, so this truck's probably due for a full servicing. And like I said, in this video, this is probably a clear demonstration of why you want to reinforce your body lids. This thing landed on its dome probably 3 or 4 times from very high up, and I've got a couple little cracks and crinks in it, but it's not busted out or useless at all. So I would definitely recommend finding some way to reinforce your bodies on these cars if you intend to send them like that. It makes your body essentially act as like an exoskeleton, like an insect, and it can absorb a lot of impacts from the roof of the car before it ever touches any of the components underneath. And I think that really saved this truck once or twice. So we're going to cut over to the studio, and I'm going to cut over with all 3 trucks, and we're going to kind of give you my final verdict and rundown of what happened with all 3 vehicles, starting with the Arrma, and then we'll work our way down. Well, everybody, that's going to do it for today on Troy's Hobbies. That was video number 3 and the final installment of the King of the Skate Park series for the season here on Troy's Hobbies. We took the Arrma Senton BLX 3S out, and it did an awesome job today. This thing is the absolute king of hang time. If you want to catch some major hang time style air, this is the truck for you. Really good stuff. Maybe not so great on the stunts, but the handling is excellent. The driftability is excellent. Like, you can just take it to the skate park, thicken up the diff fluids, and just slide it around all day and have fun doing it that way. Or you can send it as big as I did today. There were a couple of little damages, nothing too crazy. I ended up losing the steering servo. One of the big landings ended up jarring the steering servo, and I lost steering. We'll look into that in the future, see what's going on with that. And the other thing that broke, I did manage to crack a right rear A-arm. It took about 2 years and some serious sending to really do it, but it finally cracked a rear A-arm. So we're going to get that replaced, and we'll be back in action with the Arrma Senton. So before I let you guys go, let me get all 3 trucks on the table, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts on the overall rankings of the series. Well, everybody, let me give you guys my final assessment and final thoughts on these 3 trucks. I'm just going to give you a rundown on how I rank things and where everything kind of fell in those rankings. My overall rankings are on performance and speed. It's on handling, durability, and the X factor, which is stunts. Okay, so 3rd place is going to be the DHK Cross. Again, that's I do believe the truck had prior damage before the run, so this may not be a fair assessment of the truck. So we may repair the truck and give it another chance here in the near future and see if it can redeem itself. I do believe that would be a fair thing to do, considering it's just a minor spur gear that's stripped out. So that'll be on to 2nd place, and that'll be with the Arrma Senton 3S BLX. The truck was the absolute undisputed king of hang time. It was getting the most hang time air of the 3 trucks. It only lacked a little bit in the stunts, but the on-road or on-ground driving and handling was absolutely best in class. It was like driving a drift car on the ground. It was really excellent to drive, really easy. And then when you got in the air, that's when you would notice that it was a short course truck. The body would parachute. The wheels don't have enough mass or size to give it enough centrifugal force to get it to flip or do any of the bigger stunts. So that's where its weak points were. Other than that, it did suffer a couple of minor damages with the steering servo going out and a cracked rear A-arm. Other than that, those are really minor damages, and we'll be back in action here real soon with it. So that leaves 1st place. First place is going to the team associated rival MT10. This hands down won the challenge. The only minor damages it had was a sway bar link popped off, and I got a small tear in a tire from hitting a rock, which I don't believe is anything major to complain about. It can happen at any given point driving an RC car. It did everything I asked of it. It had great speed. It had excellent handling. The durability was unmatched. It didn't break at all, and it did all the stunts I asked of it. It did all the front flips, all the back flips, everything I wanted it to do. And I mean, that's really about it, you guys. That leaves the Team Associated Rival as, in my opinion, this is my opinion, the undisputed winner of this challenge. So that's going to be about it, you guys. That's pretty much what I expect out of 10th scale bashing trucks. Maybe some minor damages here or there, but no major rebuilds. Nothing really major to complain about. Everything that gets broken will get repaired and we'll get right back in action. That's going to do it for today on Troy's Hobbies. I just want to say thanks to everybody who's watching the videos. Give it a thumbs up if you can. Subscribe if you guys are new. Be sure you guys are following me on social media, as the Colorado RC Monster Truck Challenge is starting up here really soon. We have a permanent venue that we're going to be announcing very, very soon. And the season dates and everything are firm and set in stone. So make sure you guys' trucks are ready. Check the website, troyshobbies.com. It has all the rules for all the classes and information. So make sure you guys are ready, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.